C++ is a powerful language. It's used everywhere, from games to operating systems. C++ builds upon the C language, adding cool features like object-oriented programming. Object-oriented programming makes your code organized and reusable. This is important for large projects. Think of C++ as a set of tools. You use these tools to build amazing things. This essay will guide you through the basics. We'll start with the fundamentals. Then we'll move on to more advanced concepts. Get ready to learn and have fun along the way. C++ is known for its speed and efficiency. You have a lot of control over your computer's resources. This control makes C++ suitable for demanding applications. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced programmer, C++ has something to offer you. Imagine variables as containers. They hold information in your program. You give each container a name and tell it what type of information it can hold. Data types specify the kind of data a variable can store. Common data types include whole numbers like 10, 25, or -5, numbers with decimal points like 3.14 or -2.5, single characters like A, B, or C, true or false values. Here's how you declare a variable. Int age equals 25, float price equals 19.99, char initial equals J, bool is _active equals true. Variables make your programs dynamic. You can change the values stored in variables as your program runs. This flexibility is key to creating interesting and interactive applications. Conditional statements are like crossroads in your code. They let your program make decisions based on certain conditions. The most common conditional statement is the statement int num equals 10. If num is greater than 5, this code runs. If num is greater than 5, the number is greater than 5 endl. You can add and block to provide an alternative path. If num is greater than 5, the number is greater than 5 endl, else this code runs if num is not greater than 5. The number is not greater than 5 endl. Conditional statements introduce logic into your programs. They allow you to create different outcomes based on user input, calculations, or other factors. Loops are like tireless workers. They repeat a block of code multiple times, saving you from writing the same code over and over again. The loop is perfect for tasks where you know the number of repetitions in advance. For int I equals 0, I is less than 5, I++, this code will run 5 times, cart iteration, I end all. The loop is ideal for situations where the number of repetitions depends on a condition. Int count equals 0. While count is less than 10, this code runs as long as count is less than 10, count end all, count++. Loops are essential for tasks like processing lists, iterating through data, and performing calculations multiple times. They greatly enhance the efficiency and readability of your code. Section 5 Functions. Organizing your code. Functions are like mini programs within your main program. They group together a set of instructions to perform a specific task. Functions make your code more organized, reusable, and easier to understand. In C++, you might see something like this: int add int a int b //. This function adds 2 numbers and returns the result, returner plus b, int main, int result equals sign add 5, 3, count. Resultant to result, endl // output, 8 return 0. Functions promote code reusability. You can call a function multiple times with different inputs. This modularity makes your code easier to maintain and debug. Section 6. Arrays handling collections of data. Arrays are like containers that hold multiple values of the same data type. Imagine an array as a row of boxes, each labeled with an index starting from 0, C++ int numbers 5, equal sign 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, // accessing array elements count number 0, // output 10 count numbers 2, // output 30. Arrays are efficient for storing and manipulating collections of data. You can use loops to easily iterate through the elements of an array and perform operations on them. Section 7. Classes and objects, the heart of OOP. Classes are like blueprints for creating objects. An object is an instance of a class. Classes encapsulate data, which we call attributes, and functions, which we call methods, that operate on that data. C++ class dog, public string name, int age, void bark, count, woof. Endl, int main. Dog, my dog.name =, buddy, my dog.age =, 3, my dog.bark, / output, woof, return 0. Classes and objects are fundamental to object-oriented programming. They promote code organization, reusability, and data abstraction. Section 8. Inheritance. Building upon existing code. Inheritance is a powerful mechanism in OOP that allows you to create new classes known as derived classes based on existing classes known as base classes. Derived classes inherit the properties and methods of their base classes. C++ class animal / base class public void eating endl class dog public animal / derived class public void bark cow woof endl. Inheritance promotes code reuse and reduces redundancy. You can create specialized classes that inherit common functionality from more general classes. Section 9. File handling, interacting with the outside world. File handling allows your programs to interact with files on the computer. You can read data from files and write data to files, enabling persistent storage. C++ hash includes / writing to a file of stream output, file myfile type output file. This is some text. Endl output file .close / reading from a file if stream input file myfile taxit string line while getLine input file line line ndl input file .close. File handling is essential for working with external data. It allows you to save program output, load data into your programs, and more.